MarkKing here, and this is another story from CNBC. It's by William Fier and Noah Higgins Dunn. Anyway, it's titled New York Governor Cuomo says George Floyd protests were counterproductive, could exacerbate uh, outbreak. Holy crap. Okay, so again, there are just IQ differences. There's just differences in the way people carry themselves, wash themselves, bathe themselves. You know, the difference in cleanliness. Again, I grew up in these neighborhoods. I know exactly what goes on. I see it. Okay, they don't wash their hands as often. Okay, they don't wear gloves. They tend to hang out in hallways, smoke dope. I've seen it. Anyway, just 1 week after New York City, the epicenter of the country outbreak, is set to ease restrictions, Governor Cuomo said the protests have rocked the city over the weekend, threatened to spread infection. We're talking about reopening in 1 week, and now we see mass gatherings. New York City has endured the worst outbreak in the world. Okay, just 1 week before the city, the epicenter of the country's outbreak, is set to ease restrictions. Cuomo said protests have rocked the city. Okay, we're now reopening in 1 week. Alright, this is just what I just said. New York City has endured the world's more. Okay, 200,000 and killing about 30K so far. Non-essential businesses have been shut again. These people, aren't they worried? I mean, I thought that was the big thing. Hey, worrying about the virus. You know, that's why we can't work. You know, lies, all lies, right? The 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 lies are we could work. Okay, we just have to be a little safer at work. Okay, the problem might be taking the trains, right? Taking the buses. That'll be the problem. Okay, all right. People generally try to do what's right. When I go out there, people are wearing the mask. They're wearing the gloves. They're doing the social distancing. Okay, they're doing what they have to do. But these violent riots, they're going to wonder why the black community will get it more. Okay, they're gonna wonder, hey, why is the virus such a race? Why is the pandemic so racist and affects black people more? And know who they'll blame? The white people. They blame white supremacy for freedom of making decisions to riot. The people have no responsibility. Okay, when you hear the governors blame white supremacists rioting, those are all lies. Those people should be voted out. They're your enemies once again. But as we know how these work in the liberal cities, they'll probably get pats on the back, probably get even more vote because we live in a time period where nobody wants responsibility again. This is why you say the abortion rates out of control in the black community, okay? No responsibility from the man and the woman. Okay? The virus has disproportionately hit minorities harder than white people, leading to higher infection rate. Cuomo says just another example of institutionalized decriminalization in the country that fueled outrage. Oh, discrimination. Oops, I read that wrong. I read the way it should have been. Decriminalization. Oops, sorry. Again, there's just no such thing. This is just a guy trying to pass off lies. Again, he doesn't strike me as a dumb man. Okay, so a lot of these guys, especially for men don't strike you as illogical, right? A lot of these guys who are men, they signal to me they know what they're doing, and they're intentionally trying to mislead, and they're pandering for votes, they're pandering for pats on the back. Okay, if they really believe these things, they will live in the hood. Okay, find out which celebrity lives in the hood, and then you'll know who actually believes this nonsense. None of them do. None of them do. Okay, covers more African Americans affected there. Yeah, he support the spirit of the process. Sure you do. It's counterproductive because they're evil. They're stupid. Okay, right? The low IQ people are the ones rioting. Okay. Okay. Again, these things are a wake up call. There are things like IQ. There are things in culture. Okay. If racism still exists, it's very very small. Very very small. Okay, I've never flipping been a racist in my life, you know? I wanted to one day, you know, just have a conversation, see what's going. That's it. That's all I mean, that's just, that's my reasoning for wanting to meet a racist. So I can talk to a KKK member. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? You know, you think I don't want to sit down and have a beer with Richard Spencer? No, actually, I've seen interviews with Richard Spencer. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems very reasonable. I think the media just portrayed him as this really awful person. I think. Right? I've seen Richard Spencer sit down with black people, and they have great time, great conversation, and joke around. You know. Anyway, we didn't even know that's the scary part, right? You don't know the consequence yet. Things are just because China lies. I'll get to China a bit later, I think, in another video. What they're trying to push now. Anyway, earlier Monday, I think his daughter, by the way, was arrested. Right? Let me see if I can see what she looks like here. She looks like you expect a typical that. She looks like that. Okay. She looks like that, but even worse. I'm trying to find the picture of this. I think he married some. I think this is what he married. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking. It's, again, you don't see. No, I shouldn't say that. I don't know his background though, but you don't see guys like that hook up with girls like that. So I beats me. And no, I don't believe in. I don't believe in love. I'm not naive. You know. Let me see if I find some news what she looks like now. Since on the subject of New York. Uh, she looks like she right now. She looks like a some insane feminist. I wish I can find some better images on the spot, but I can't. Anyway, so that's New York City for you, and I'll end this here. Let's see, it's right. Okay, I'm very worried about the health impact, he told reporters. That's the mayor, right? There's a danger that will cause some real impact. It'd be great if your daughter interacts with you. Most of the protesters have been young, Blasio said, which is a silver lining. The virus is less likely. We'll see. He added that the protests have been mostly outside. That's a good point, where the studies virus doesn't spread as easy in those because people social distance a little better. However, former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb said Monday the virus is more likely to spread at the protest than any other outdoor because yes, people are perhaps uh, more willing to practice precautions. This isn't a day at the beach or going out to picnic where you're outside, yada yada. In these kinds of gatherings and the kind of crowds, many which lost of the crowds, you're not going to be able to. Yes, you're not going to be able to take a precaution again, and they're going to wonder why. They're going to wonder why exactly they're more affected. Why? This is a bunch of white folks. Okay, again, when you see the whites, they're Antifa, right? They're liberals, they're leftists, they're Antifa. Okay, they're very privileged people who live in the city, live in apartments, either paid by their parents or live with a bunch of buddies. Okay, girls sponge off the boyfriends or their daddies. Okay, awful people. When it strikes them the most, I'm not gonna feel sorry for them. They deserve it. Bye. Take care. Thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed. As always, the story will be in the description.